This week on our slow journey, Andy gets sick. Then Hannah gets sick.
Hello. Ooh. My voice just went away.
Then Sylvester the Forerunner gets sick.
We're hiking and biking and seeing all the sights, and you should join us on our slow journey.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hello, everybody. Whoa.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
We're on the Salt Flats of Utah.
The Bonneville Salt Flats.
Yes.
This is such a cool place. It is just acres upon acres of salt flats that you can drive wherever you want. And we're just kind of enjoying the day, flying the drone, putting the camera in fun places on the car, and
enjoying the views, I guess.
Yeah.
It's very interesting because it's very flat, and then all of a sudden huge peaks are surrounding us. So
Yeah, super cool.
it's cool to see.
I guess we should
difference.
say this is the beginning of week 26.
Week 26, yes.
Which means, what is half of 52? 52 weeks in a year. What's half of that? 26. That means we're halfway done
halfway.
our trip.
So sad.
Yeah.
We just spent a week in Salt Lake City area, basically vegging and rotting. We needed to do nothing for a little while. We both were kind of burning out after constant national park venturing. So that's what we did.
And now we're back on the road.
Back on the road. So we'll show you more fun things. We're headed west to Northern California.
And
So-
just in less than 2 months, we're getting on a boat and we're going to Alaska.
Crazy that it's already 2 months away.
Yeah, 6 months down, 6 months to go. That's gonna leave a mark.
my coffee. Hello.
It's been a while.
It's been so long since we've said hi.
Multiple weeks, I think.
What's today?
It's April 7th. On Monday.
April 7th. It is April 7th. Who knows what week it is? We don't. We've been ill-ish. And not the good kind. When we saw you last, we were on the Salt Flats. And that was fun. Mm-hmm. And then Andy started feeling under the weather. So I don't even remember what we did. We got to like somewhere and we camped that night. Right?
Yeah.
And then
we camped right outside the Salt Flats that night.
After the Salt Flats, we drove to Reno because Andy and I were concerned that he had Lyme's disease after his tick bite because of some of the symptoms he was feeling.
Yeah, so the tick bite was a month prior in Sequoia National Park.
Yeah, so we were like, let's go get tested. He tested negative, thankfully, but still feeling under the weather. So we just kind of continued on our route, but we stayed in hotels. So we went to Reno and then Redding and stayed there for a few days. And then after Redding, we got to Redwood and stayed a night there. And that was
not great.
Not a great idea, I guess, because we weren't feeling good. And that was when I was starting to feel under the weather. So then we got to another hotel, stayed there for a while, went to the doctors. They were like, you probably have some viral disease. So we probably just have some kind of head cold that's causing weird symptoms. So,
yeah.
So we're in Oregon now. Starting to feel a little better. Just kind of taking it easy, not doing too much. But we have pretty views of the Oregon coast. We were in Crescent City for a little while, which is Northern California, but then now we're in Brookings, which is Oregon, and they're 30 minutes away from each other. So I think we'll probably work our way up the coast slowly but surely and see pretty sights and walk around a little bit, but not do anything crazy.
Keep getting back into the swing of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll probably show you some stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
So we were just enjoying Oregon coast views, and we tried to leave and realized that Sylvester wouldn't go into drive. So now Andy's spraying the hose. A shifter connect with some lubricant to try and get it to budge. Because right now we have to go up that hill, and hopefully we don't have to go up in reverse. Because I don't think we'll make it. But it's pretty yay for feeling good.
What an eventful day. Finally not feeling so sick. Kind of feeling good about that, so back doing some activities.
We wandered around the Oregon coast.
I forget the name of the state park.
It was Harris Beach.
We're still rusty.
Yeah.
We're speaking of rust.
Speaking of rust.
That's what was going on with Sylvester, so.
Yeah, when Andy was under the car, he was trying to lube up the link for the
transmission link or something. I don't know. It's one of the few poorly designed parts on a 4Runner. The thing that puts the car into drive can get a little bit rusty and a little bit stuckish. So you just got to hit it with some WD-40, which we did. And then a little while later, it started working again.
Hopefully this doesn't happen again.
Hi there. It's Tuesday, April 8th, and we are back on the road.
We're back in it, feeling less ill. And Sylvester's cooperating, so things are looking up.
Yeah, actually went into drive this morning, so that was nice.
Yeah, that was quite nice. But we are just driving along the Oregon coast and seeing the sights, which is kind of the perfect thing to do when we're on the mend, because it's just literally looking at sights and doing as little or as many walks as we want.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan
to
begin with, so we're not really having to shift plans too much right now, which is nice.
Yeah.
But right now we're at a natural bridge overlook, and we can actually see 3 from this little overlook right here. So
yeah.
It's a very, very gorgeous day in that it feels very Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Overcast. It actually just started raining since we started this video. So
Sprinkles.
yeah, just little sprinkles, but very very Pacific Northwest. So I think we're only going like 45 minutes up the coast to the next stop. But like Hannah said, this is a scenic corridor, so there's tons of different pull-offs and viewpoints, so we'll make the most of it.
Lunch with pretty views.
Bald eagles and sea lions. Goodbye.
Bald eagle, lands, and a sea lion. A bunch of them actually. There's a few over there and a few over there. Today is April 9th, and we are at our hotel. As we mentioned the other day, we are not feeling so good, but we're on the mend, so we figured hotels would be the best situation right now.
Especially because it's cold and rainy pretty much every day, so
yeah,
that's not conducive to healing.
Exactly. But today has a nice little positive because we are enjoying the sunshine, and we have a nice little river view and a pretty bridge.
You can actually see the ocean too.
Oh yeah,
right
through there.
Couldn't see it yesterday because it was so rainy.
Yeah. So today we'll probably walk along the beach and explore a little bit more of the coast of Oregon. So far, we've seen cormorants, seals, sea otter, bald eagles, hawks, all in this one little stretch of river. So if you're ever in Oregon, go to Pistol River State Park for all the nature.
Hi.
Hello.
It is still Wednesday.
The 9th. We are at a different beach. We're at Gold Beach. I think the reason it's called Gold Beach is because the sand is slightly more gold than everywhere else. We're gonna do a fun little challenge for us to you. I'm talking closely because we don't have our mics. But we're gonna try to find the quirkiest, fun, cute thing on the beach, and we'll show you, and then you vote. Andy's contribution is his heart, made out of wood.
Perfect driftwood heart. But it is quite full of splinters, little micro splinters, so I have to
back to the ground.
Leave it there.
It's very pretty though. It's so tough. There's so many good things.
Yeah, there's so many good things on the beach.
But I'm gonna go with my gut, which is this. It's small, but it's precious. And it's so sanded down that it's so smooth. But it's a piece of shell just like this one.
Whoa.
But this one's all craggly and like still worn and stuff. Even though it's still sanded down, but this one's even more sanded down.
I like it.
I wish you could feel how smooth it was. And you feel.
It's like velvety how
Yeah.
smooth it is.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's
When
super
I
nuts.
reached down, I thought it was a rock.
But then it was a shell.
But then it was a shell.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a great find. So, text us, email us, leave a comment, whatever. I don't care. Just let us know which one you think is the winner of this challenge. It's probably been a couple months.
I think it's been since Saguaro.
Yeah, it's been since Saguaro. So this is the first one of 2025, which is nuts. So, yeah, it's gonna wrap it up for today. Bye. Good morning. It is Thursday, April 10th.
Wait. Good morning, Oregon.
Nice. It is Thursday, April 10th. We're just left our motel in Gold Beach. We are headed up the coast to Coos Bay. We're gonna make a couple of stops along the way. And tonight we are staying at the Sunset Beach State Campground. Glad we're not on that road.
That's great.
I don't know if you can really see. Hi.
Hello.
It is later in the day on April 10th, and the last time you saw us, we were at a coffee shop. So what we did today is we basically just drove up the coast. Did we stop anywhere other than the coffee shop?
I don't think so.
So that was in Bandon, Oregon, and it was raining pretty much all day. And so we stopped at a coffee shop, worked on editing a video, worked on trip planning. And now we are in Coos Bay. What campsite are we at? We were at we were at Sunset Bay Campground.
We're on the bay, and then there's sunset peeking through.
The rain cleared.
Rain cleared, so now we get to enjoy a peaceful night of sleep in the tent, hopefully. And we'll see how that goes. First night in the tent for a while.
I know, yeah. We're feeling good enough to try it out.
Yeah.
Shouldn't get too cold tonight. Always have the heater as backup. So, yeah.
Catch you later.
Oh no! My feet just got soaked. Did it for the video. Worth it. It wasn't worth it.
Good morning.
It is Friday, April 11th, and we are somewhere.
We're in some of Oregon's state parks. There's like so many state parks along the coast that, to be honest, I don't know which one we're in right now.
We're in Cape Arago State Park.
That's nice to have a little sign.
Yeah.
And then this,
Used to be.
believe, used to be a lighthouse.
It's decommissioned.
It's decommissioned in the biggest way. What are we doing today, sir?
So right now we're still just outside of Coos Bay, and we're going to be driving up to
Newport.
Newport
That's our final destination.
for today.
Yeah.
And again, there's just tons of stops and little state parks and things like that along the way.
And it might not look like it, but today's not supposed to rain, so we'll have good weather to actually explore.
This is one of the nicer days that we've had in Oregon so far.
Yeah.
So we're in Short Acre State Park.
Yep.
And they have a nice botanical garden. So we're gonna walk around. It smells beautiful.
Yeah, there's pops of flowers and then lots of greenery. And it's well done.
It is well done.
It's well laid out. Hello.
Hi there.
We drove up an hour and stopped to see the Heseda, I think, Head Lighthouse. We didn't really
We went
get
to
see
a
much
viewpoint.
of it.
There wasn't much of a view.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of trees in the way.
Yeah, but that's okay. We kind of saw it. And then a few minutes up, we are now at Thor's Well. We haven't seen Thor's Well yet, but from a different viewpoint at the same spot, there was, what was it called?
The spouting horn.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
a blowhole, like
yeah,
a whale
yeah,
blowhole.
Yeah.
So that was a cool one. So now we have a little walk to do down to Thor's Well,
Yep. So we'll show
and
you
we'll
that.
see you when we get there. So we found Thor's Well, and it is bigger than I remember. And again, that was 10 years ago, so it's very possible that it has gotten bigger. But I also didn't come at high tide. I think I actually came at low tide, which was cool because we were able to see down into Thor's Well. But this is also cool because it's just a lot more active, a lot more cool to see. So this has been a worthwhile stop.
So cool.
So cool.
Whoa! That was so good!
That's awesome. Hello.
On the road again.
Just can't wait to get on. Are we singing on the road again?
On the road again. We're on the road again. Today is a day.
It's April 12th. It's a Saturday. So happy weekend, everybody.
Happy weekend. We are continuing up the coast as we are doing on this little round of road tripping. And we're heading, our last stop today will be Cape Lookout, which is funny because there is a Cape Lookout in North Carolina, but this one is...
I've camped there.
Yeah, you have. But this one's in Oregon, obviously. We're doing a few stops along the way. Devil's Punch Bowl, which will be interesting, and then a few others, mostly just scenic lookout points. And yeah, see you there.
Okay, bye.
On the Devil's Punch Bowl, the devil just went punch.
Made a bowl.
But actually, what the sign says over there is that there was 2 sea caves right here and the roof collapsed, and that's what caused the punch bowl.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not this punch. Maybe it's like fruit punch.
like a fruit punch, yeah.
Maybe it's both. Things can mean two things.
Beautiful day,
A little windy and chilly.
but it's still sunny.
It's
so.
very sunny. It's the sunniest day we've had in a while.
Feels like we haven't seen the sun in so long, so we're just sunflowering for a bit. On the other side of the cove, we found some surfers.
Surf's up, my dudes. They're all very much wetsuited up.
Yeah, I bet it's a bit frigid in there.
Very.
We came to camp, and this is our beach, and this is the show that we get. A free show of paragliding and hang gliding. Pretty cool.
Super cool.
He looks like a little caterpillar, Andy said, and I have to agree. Whoa, the shadow.
He just made some shade for us.
That was so cool.
Hi.
Hello. Ooh. My voice just went away.
Still early. Getting the morning frogs out.
Yeah.
We are still at Cape Lookout State Park, and we are on the beach enjoying some coffee.
Yummy morning coffee.
Yummy morning coffee indeed. And should we show them? Should we show the world? So as we were beach walking, we noticed a bunch of sand dollars broken up along the shore. And we wanted to find a fully intact one because Hannah's parents' company is
Sand dollar software.
yeah, Sand Dollar Software. And this morning we found one. Very exciting. I had to dive my hand into a wave to retrieve it, but it was so very worth it.
So worth it.
So we got a fully intact sand dollar. Oh yeah, and it's Sunday, April 13th. We are leaving Cape Lookout today to head to
Cannon Beach,
Cannon Beach.
which is like the iconic Oregon coast place, I would say.
with Haystack Rock.
Yeah, so we'll be there for a couple days, just kind of wandering the beach and relaxing for a little bit because we've been driving up the coast pretty consistently for the past few days, so
Yeah.
we're ready for a little chill time.
We're gonna have a rest day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. It's later on Sunday, April 13th, and we made it to Cannon Beach, and we actually made it a little bit more north than Cannon Beach. We went up to Seaside.
We are currently in Seaside.
Yeah, and we're gonna get some Chinese food. We've been hankering it for quite some time, and we found a place. We were going to a while ago.
But we never got to have a good place that was open. When we thought
Yeah.
we were gonna eat it, it was closed.
Yeah, we were close. So, so we're gonna go do that.
And explore a little Seaside, I think, because it's turned to be quite a cute little town. It's a bit bigger than Cannon Beach, but Cannon Beach is the more popular one. So.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Found the General Tao tofu.
Man, oh man. What a way to end week 29.
Almost 30 weeks.
Almost 30 weeks. It's crazy. See that 27, 8, and 9 are all mushed together because we were sick. I might sound sick, but it's just allergies. I'm getting it from all angles. But we just walked to
Cannon Beach, from Cannon Beach, the town. We're staying in a cute little inn in Midtown area of Cannon Beach town, but it's just a quick skip and a jump over to the beach itself.
Yeah,
where we can
block
see,
from the beach.
Yeah.
Where we can see Haystack Rock, and the beach is flooded with people, not water. So
Yeah, yesterday, or this morning even, well, last night I should say, when we were doing a similar walk for sunset, there was significantly less people.
yeah,
than there
but
are
that's
here,
because it
but
was all
this is
campers. So
all
not as many
campers,
people.
and this is also one of the more popular beaches in Oregon coast.
So I think this is us signing off for the end of week 29. Anything else to add?
Bye.